she slept with her best friend's husband, married him, and got slapped with a $3.5 million lawsuit for it. Oh, but wait, she also slept with her own husband's cousin. Same man, same mess, same Jezebel spirit. What if I told you both of these sentences are true, and they both belong to one woman? Brenay Kennard, a TikTok influencer with almost 3 million followers who didn't just steal her best friend's man. She stole her entire life. She became the wife, the mommy, and the main character in a real-life soap opera that not even Love and Hip Hop back in its heyday could script. This is a story of betrayal, deceit, delusion, wrapped up in the prettiest lace front wig the devil ever laid. Welcome to TikToks. I'm your host, Jessie Woo. Now, before we get into this wicked fairy tale, if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessie Woo. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Now, please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Leave a comment, like this video, and feel free to share it with 2 or 3 or 4 friends. Please share this video because this is a story that everyone needs to hear. Now, let's get into it, shall we?
A popular North Carolina TikToker will have to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her guilty of destroying a Durham couple's marriage. The lawsuit filed in Durham County Court accused Brenay Kennard, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. The suit was brought in civil court by the manager's now ex-wife, Akira Montague. Akira claimed the affair caused her mental anguish, damage to her health, and deprived her kids of a 2-parent household. Tim Montague eventually left his wife for Kennard. The jury found Kennard guilty of both criminal conversation and alienation of affection.
On November 10th, a Durham County jury told Brenay Kennard actions have consequences and handed her a $1.7 million bill for destroying her best friend's marriage. And what did Brenay do? Did she apologize? Reflect? No. Sis doubled down like it was a TikTok clapback. In a post-verdict interview, she claimed Akira gave her consent knowing that the marriage was over.
It was nothing but lies.
Brenay Montague, who represented herself in court, slammed the verdict, saying Akira Montague knew her marriage was over and allowed the affair.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
But the jury didn't agree, awarding Akira Montague the $1.75 million after more than 700 pieces of evidence were presented. Testimony, the jury found that point, leaving Brenay Montague with a hefty bill and no answer on how she'll pay.
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
Excuse me? So now we're calling adultery a group project? Brenay, you are the biggest loser, and the audacity is astronomical. The stupidity, galactic. The audacity actually is longer than your titties, but imagine losing a lawsuit that large and still thinking you ate. This level of delusion is not regular. It's spiritual warfare. Welcome to the gospel according to the Jezebel spirit. Now, to really understand why this verdict hit so hard, not just in North Carolina, but across social media, we have got to rewind the tape. This story wasn't hidden in the shadows. The entire soap opera unfolded publicly on one of the most powerful social media platforms in the world, TikTok. Through countless videos, lives, and comments, millions of strangers became judge, jury, and shade-throwing commentators, all from the comfort of their phones. What started as matching bestie videos evolved into one of the most dissected digital scandals of the year, showcasing full-blown digital betrayal, complete with cryptic captions, stitched confessions, and a whole lot of audacity. The audacity actually is longer than your titties, but so grab your popcorn and your prayer cloth and let's get into where the mess began. A time where everything looked picture perfect. It's March 2021. Brenay Kennard marries Devin, They're a young TikTok-savvy couple who put it all up for display on TikTok. The love, the matching hoodies.
Don't know why, if I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right.
The trending TikTok dance moves, the whole nine.
We've been together for almost
And what's their favorite pastime? Hanging out with another happy couple, Akira and Tim. Tim, who, fun fact, just so happens to be Devin's cousin, and his wife becomes Brenay's best friend. The connection ran deeper than friendship. Yes, family barbecues were extra close with their families all intertwined and their homes just being miles apart. Many of their moments together were captured on TikTok, where Brenay regularly documented dinners, game nights, and family gatherings. Moments that, at first glance, appeared warm and ordinary. But if you look back at these videos today, and mind you, these are videos that Brenay posted, the foreshadowing was foaming at the mouth. Notice how oftentimes Brenay sits right next to Kim, not her husband. Every chance she gets, she's calling Tim and Akira's kids the kids, like she pushed them out herself. And the way she'd go out of her way to block Akira from the frame, her sneakiness had cinematic energy. Watching these clips now, it's like seeing betrayal develop in 4K, with ring lights and a trending sound. You can literally see Akira start to sense it, those side eyes turning into silent alarms.
Can you say hey?
Hey,
This is Kobe. How old are you, Kobe?
3.
3. Is he 3? He might be, y'all. Jacoby. What's your mommy and daddy name?
Akira.
Uh-huh. And what's your daddy name? What's your daddy name? You know your daddy name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Timothy.
Yeah. Timothy. Alright, y'all. Look at Baby Boo, but she gonna get her nose wiped, so don't do too much on my niece. Say hey, Bailey. Bailey. Baby Boo. You wanna say hey? Y'all, don't mind a mess. This is our mess. Say hey.
I said hey.
You wanna say hey too? You know how when kids get excited, they start to do crazy stuff.
I'm not no chef. So when I
That's a shame. What the heck you do that for?
I don't even know what to say.
My God!
Well, I can tell you this. You helping me make my decision because
Dog!
I've been thinking about an abortion.
Now, I know you ain't doing that.
What, you was gonna let them run a train on you?
No. You overreacting as usual, Diamond.
Oh, I'm overreacting? No, you tripping.
This Bailey.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Say hey. I don't feed my husband.
Okay, so here is where things get dark, y'all. Because when Brenay wasn't playing Family Friend of the Year, she was playing Bestie of the Year. She and Akira would hang out, just the two of them, talking, laughing, crying, spilling secrets like sisters. Akira would oftentimes open up about her marriage, her dreams, her struggles, thinking that she was safe. Brenay was supposed to be her safe space. Akira believed she was confiding in her closest friend, a woman she trusted implicitly. But little did she know, she wasn't confiding in a friend. She was feeding information to her biggest enemy. Imagine the devil with a silk press. That's what Brenay was given. It was given Judas in a lace front wig.
You broke it? Dang! I don't know where my finger went, but it been all the way back, and I broke the fingernail.
Lord have mercy.
That's why he don't got the eco mode on, cause it's feel like way more race car-ish.
Really?
Than it normally.
Oh, cause he was trying to race.
I was like, what the heck? He didn't change the settings on the thing. I like eco say dance.
Anyway, so
Push like you want to push.
y'all almost fell because of her. It's her fault.
I don't drive no more, so it's weird.
Really? Because he be driving.
Yeah, I don't drive no more.
I drive all the
Those little shorts Akira was talking about.
May this type of friendship never find me and my Glock.
Click, boom, click, boom. What the click, click, boom.
Everything seemed fine. Dinners, TikToks, family fun, until January 2024, when the plot jumped straight into Maury Povich meets the Twilight Zone. Akira stumbled upon a video where she could actually hear Brenay and Tim discussing their, extracurricular activities.
This is Brenay Kennard, and she's a TikTok influencer currently being sued for sleeping with her friend's husband. And I read all the legal documents, even though I'm not a lawyer. So let me fill you in on this crazy case. In January of 2024, Akira discovers a video of Brenay, her friend, and Tim, her husband, talking about things that they've done together. Akira learns that this affair between her husband and her friend started in December of 2023, and on occasion even happened in her house when she would be asleep. After all of this is discovered, Tim and Brenay move out of the homes that they share with their spouses and into a home together.
And remember, Tim isn't just any man. He's Devin's cousin, meaning Brenay wasn't just creeping with her best friend's husband. She was cheating on her own man with his family, making this not just infidelity. This is a double betrayal. It's multi-layered mess, like a spiritual onion just stinking just straight to hell. According to Akira's lawsuit, the affair had been going on since December 2023, sometimes right in Akira's home, with her children present, even while she was asleep under the same roof. Then, like the audacity demon fairy that she is, Brenay hops on TikTok the next month, February 2024, all smiles, talking about, I'm divorcing Devin, and it's a good thing.
For all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. And that's not a good thing, but another thing, your girl is moving.
Now, in her little divorce announcement, she failed to mention one major detail, okay? She was on her way to move in with Tim, her best friend's husband, her husband's cousin, okay? Keep up. Mind you, this is her calling destroying two households a good thing, as if it's empowerment. Like, girl, this ain't no damn fresh start. Are you okay? She was literally plotting on destroying two marriages right before our eyes as she moved into her new townhome with Tim.
And then a few months after that, Akira sues Brenay, alleging that as a direct result of Brenay sleeping with her husband, Akira has suffered humiliation, mental anguish, and injury to her health. She says her children are now deprived of a two-parent household, and Akira is deprived of the love, affection, companionship, and economic support of her own husband because he's given it all to Brenay. Akira also says the fact that the two of them are flaunting this relationship all over the internet.
Oh, I thought the music was gonna play.
No, you gotta just do it just once. Only adds to the humiliation and mental anguish that Akira is already suffering, and so she wants Brenay to pay.
Imagine being that happy about blowing up two marriages. And not only did she break the homes, she tried to build a new one on the ashes. But baby, Akira said, don't worry, I got an announcement too, since we want to make announcements. Because right after Brenay's little February, I'm divorcing and moving into my new townhome TikTok announcement, Akira pulled up in March 2024 with the biggest announcement of them all, a lawsuit. She hit Brenay with the good old alienation of affection claim, basically North Carolina's way of saying, touch my man, pay for my pain. In her filing, Akira detailed the humiliation and mental anguish. In her filing, Akira detailed the humiliation, the mental anguish, and even the impact on her health, all stemming from Brenay's betrayal. And she put a price on it, $3.5 million. So while Brenay was out here picking paint colors for her townhome, Akira was picking out legal font for her lawsuit. At first, it looked as if Brenay was taking this lawsuit seriously. She hired herself a lawyer, but when Akira's legal team started filing subpoenas, digging for financial records, text messages, all the juicy receipts, that confidence evaporated. Suddenly, Brenay and her lawyer went radio silent. Court documents reveal that Kennard and her attorney missed every single deadline in 2024 like it was a bad Wi-Fi signal. By January 2025, the situation escalated with a plot twist. Brenay's own attorney withdrew from the case, and according to the court filing, it wasn't because of scheduling issues or creative differences. No, Brenay herself asked her lawyer, demanded that her lawyer step down. What began as a defense strategy soon unraveled into silence and self-destruction. So not only did she lose her best friend and her marriage, she lost her legal team too. At this point, she's the CEO of Self-Sabotage Inc.
Now, of course, filing the lawsuit is only the beginning step. So to prepare for trial, Akira and her attorney started sending subpoenas. They asked for Brenay's bank statements, her proof of income, her current lease, any video she has of Akira's kids, and all communications between Brenay and Tim, including text messages, videos, WhatsApp. She asked for it all. And at first, Brenay's attorney responds to the subpoenas by asking the judge for more time to gather all the documents and respond to everything. But even with the new due date, Brenay and her attorneys never send anything over. So after their deadline passes, Akira's attorney files a motion asking the judge to sanction or punish Brenay and her attorney for not responding to the subpoena, because not having that information is preventing Akira from preparing for this trial. And it's also costing her more money in attorney fees. So this request for sanctions happened on November 20th, 2024. And then the next thing that happens in this case is on January 30th, 2025, when Brenay's attorney files a motion to withdraw, like leave the case. The motion says that the defendant, meaning Brenay, wants him to withdraw. So now there's a hearing scheduled for April 1st, but a mediator has also been assigned to this case, and it says the deadline for a conference with that mediator is April 19th, and then the trial is scheduled to start on May 19th. So that's the lawsuit between the wife and the girlfriend.
Now let's talk about three very defining characteristics of Miss Brenay Kennard. Unmeasurable sized breasts, horrible decision-making skills, and a mountain-sized amount of audacity. The audacity actually is longer than your titties, but because not only did she get her lawyer to withdraw from her case, this woman said, you know what? I'll handle this myself. As if her last name was Pope. Brenay decided to represent herself in court by herself. We're going to get into that later because, baby, it's a mess. It is a mess. But as if that weren't enough, there's another plot twist. Devin, her actual husband, also filed a lawsuit against his cousin Tim.
But remember I said Brenay was also married. She was married to Devin, who is Tim's cousin. Well, Devin has also filed a lawsuit. His lawsuit is against his cousin Tim, and it's for the same reasons Akira is suing for, saying that his cousin broke up his marriage. There was also a temporary custody order that was put in place to say that Akira and Tim's kids couldn't be left alone with Brenay, but Akira says that Brenay has broken that order countless times. So again, this is in North Carolina where you can sue for this kind of stuff. So I don't know, child. Y'all tagged me in this and wanted a recap, but this is a mess. North Carolina, what are y'all doing?
North Carolina is running on pure drama and deposition forms at this point. Now, let's talk about Devin just for a quick moment because, baby, this glow up is real.
So I'm going to take a bite. Oh, it's a big bite. You gotta bite it.
Post this disgusting betrayal, Devin has done his best to make a nasty divorce look amazing, shedding over 300 pounds with over 200 of those pounds belonging to his conniving ex-wife, Brenay.
Did you forgive your ex? I did forgive my ex. I have no hard feelings towards anybody. Honestly, heartbreak was probably the greatest gift ever given to me from my ex. So I can't be mad about that. I was able to find myself through all that mess and come out stronger than I was before. I'm not even the same person. So I appreciate that so much. let me out them shackles.
He's taken to TikTok several times to express him being grateful for the support, but maintaining that this entire ordeal has been extremely hurtful for him mentally and spiritually.
Yes, she is wanting to be in a relationship with my cousin again. And people would normally have questions or opinions about why would I marry somebody that she dated. But a lot of people don't know that was back in 2013, 2014. We was all teenagers, so that relationship really didn't mean nothing to me now because we're grown. And around this time, he's married with kids. But the damage that has been done to me throughout this whole little process, it's taken a toll on me. It's been driving me kind of crazy a little bit.
While he's been a very good example of keeping your head held high while trotting treacherous waters, he has had to deal with the gaslighting and defamation from his ex-wife. Imagine this, y'all. You drag Devin through emotional hell. You blow up 2 marriages and then hop on the internet to make Devin the villain.
And try to play sad and try to play like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about the simple fact that I asked this man, this boy, I'm sorry, because he's not a man for real. Let's talk about how I asked this boy, Devin Mayo, let's go to counseling. He didn't want to do it. Why we go to counseling if there's nothing this and there's nothing that? Why would I go to counseling for people that... He suggested counseling when I was finally over with. Okay, so let's also talk about how multiple times I went to his mom to get him right. I promise to God, right hand to God, I went to Tanya Mayo multiple times to get her son in line. And guess what happened? 3 times, y'all. Not once, not 2, but 3 times I went to his mom and I kept asking her, hey, I need you to get Devin in line. He's not leading this marriage. Why do I need to stay in a marriage if I'm leading it? Am I the husband or am I the wife? He didn't want to lead. He didn't want to lead this marriage. It was so many things that Devin did not want to do. Stop, Poncho. So many things that Devin did not want to do in the marriage. So guess what Brenay did? Brenay got fed up with it. Okay? Brenay got fed up with it. If I'm going to be the husband in a marriage, then why not be by myself? Okay? Cool. Second thing, I didn't finish watching all of his video because someone sent it to me. I didn't finish watching everything, but I hope they screen record this and get this all around the internet if you want to. Number 2, let's go back to his mom. It's so funny how his mom's sitting on the internet trying to play like her son is so innocent and so, he's the victim of everything when he's not. You and I both know that because I came to you multiple times and I was asking you, Tanya, I'm begging you, get your son together. Please, I'm literally begging you, right? Let's talk about the fact that he mentioned something about a park. We was at the park and I said a hypothetically question. That was way before, and when I asked him that, I don't honestly, to tell you all the truth, I don't remember asking him the hypothetical question. And if I did ask him a hypothetical question, it wasn't towards me being with him. It wasn't towards me being with him. And if it was, that was after the fact him and I already decided not to be together anymore. Let's clock that T. He trying to act like he's spilling something and he not. And let's talk about the time where I was there for a whole week at their crib. And let's ask why I was there the whole week. Why, Brenay, how come you were there at someone else's house for a whole week? Oh, well, because Devin tried to buck up at me like he was going to hit me. Ooh, let's talk about that. He didn't do it not once, but he did it twice. Stop trying to play the victim, bro. Stop trying to play the victim like you really, when you love somebody so much. If you love me so much, why did you buck up at me like you was going to hit me? You ain't going to hit somebody that you love, Devin, correct? Why else did I leave for a week? Why else did I leave for a week, bro? Oh, okay, so let's move on. Him and I already had that conversation. And when we decided on separating, guess what he did? He took his ring off and put it in the bag and said, I'm so happy that we're not going to be together. We never really act like husband and wife. We were really like close friends, just having sex with each other. And let's also talk about the fact that you told me that you married me as a joke. And you expect me to just be like, you know what? Okay. You said that you married me as a joke, Devin. Let's not forget that, bro. This is way before anything. This was in January. Matter of fact, it could have been in January or December, one of those days. You told me you married me as a joke, and anybody who knows me know Brenay want to be a wife and a mom. Anybody who knows that, and you expect me to just be like, okay, we can work it out. No, you said you married me as a joke. You were young, and this and the 30. You want me to just be like, you know what, it's okay. He's just talking. No. And then a couple weeks later, you wanted to hit me, bro? Come on, Devin. Stop it. And once he realized it was too late and I was so far gone out the relationship, now he want to play, come on, let's try to work it out. No, I'm done. Brenay's done. Stop with all that. I left you for another man. No, I didn't. If I left you for another man, don't you think I would have been left you? If I wanted to leave you for another man, Devin, don't you think I would have been left you, bro? No, I didn't leave him for nobody. Tim and I were not together. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And they're not cousins. They're not cousins. For them to be cousins, the first cousins at that, doesn't that make one of the siblings, what doesn't that make his mom or his dad a sibling of his mom and his dad or whomever? Bro, they only thought that they were cousins because they had the same maiden name. Devin is not even a Montague. His people is a Montague. Devin is a Mayo because his dad. Come on, bro. They're not cousins. Stop it, Devin. Stop, bro. Stop. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm this terrible person when you know I'm not. And then you swear up and down you love me so much. If you did, you would have acted right before we didn't have to get to this. You would have acted right a long time ago when I was going to your mom, when I suggested counseling, when I suggested all of these things, when I was the one that was actually taking lead in the relationship and you weren't. Let's talk about the fact that every single time you look so uninterested. And that's not only on camera, guys. Woohoo, that's not even on camera. That's off camera. He acted like that to me. All the time. But y'all don't see that. But y'all always play. Y'all always try to make it seem like, Brenay, you're this type of person. Brenay, you're this type of person. No, I'm not. My heart is literally pure, bro. And I don't have to prove that to nobody. I don't have to prove that to nobody. But he's not going to get on here and start lying on me, bro. Especially because I didn't want to come bring it to the internet. Why? Because I wanted to spare him. I wanted to spare.
Nobody said marriage was perfect, but this video of Brenay blaming Devin for not being man enough is diabolical. I mean, does she think she's Toni Braxton? He wasn't man. The last girl he wasn't man, things ain't work out good for her, okay? The last girl who got her Toni Braxton on the internet, it's, he wasn't man enough for me. Let's hold off on that, all right? She said she felt like she was the leader, felt like she was the man. Girl, what? So you felt like the man, but you couldn't manage your infidelity? Make it make sense. And then she had the nerve to call out Devin's mama for defending her son. Like, you slept with his cousin. You don't get to critique parenting when you're committing community treason, girl. Are you okay? If the marriage was that bad, file for divorce and keep it pushing. But no, she decided to play Family Feud. And it's as if Brenay goes out of her way to show us just how unsmart she is. Because with the ending of this video, she goes out of her way to deny or to lie about them not being cousins because their parents are not siblings. My goodness, like how much dumb jumps out of this girl? Like somebody please get this lady a family tree and a GED. And then the lack of accountability. It's like accountability is chasing you, Brenay, but you are faster than a Haitian mama grabbing her slipper when you talk back to her. Faster than a Miami wig installed before brunch. Faster than Kris Jenner trademarking her kids' names. Let's be serious though. Brenay is many things. Fast is not one of them. Well, actually, let's move on. The audacity actually is longer than your titties, but now let's get into Brenay and Tim, because even in the middle of this salacious court case, when any normal person would have gone low-key, deleted socials, and humbled themselves, they said, we gonna make content.
No. Not one. Look.
Come on.
That's too big of a bite. No.
Trust me.
I trust you.
You sleep right now. Wake up.
Ew. What is this?
It's a tortilla.
That's the bread?
Yes.
Ew, and look at this.
It's steak.
Tim,
Oh,
no.
nah, I'm not trying to do that. You not, no. Please, no, we don't want it.
I'm serious.
All right, take a small
My
bite.
mouth is watering.
Because it's delicious.
No, not in that way.
Please, trust me.
These two were out here doing TikTok dance challenges, vlogging date nights, and even launching a couples channel. Like, you built this relationship off of the backs of your spouses and decided to monetize the mess.
Hello?
We on here? Hey
What's up,
guys,
y'all?
it's Brenay.
It's Tim. Hello?
We on here?
What's up, y'all?
Hi guys.
Hello?
We on here?
What's up, y'all?
Hi guys.
But here's what gagged me, okay? Tim, in my opinion, wasn't just cheating. This was all a strategy. This wasn't about love and lust. This was about limelight. You see, Tim is a former Duke football player. He's used to the attention, you know? He used to be a football star. But when the NFL didn't call, the CFL didn't call, and even the Pop Warner League said, we're good, love, enjoy, he lost his shine. Enter Brenay, the TikTok famous, viral, always trending slut bucket he had easy access to. She was his ticket back into relevance. Tim didn't just risk his marriage, he sacrificed it on the altar of clout. And as if flaunting their relationship online wasn't enough, these two decided to sprinkle delusion on top of disaster. They actually started to tell the public that they were together first. That's right. Brenay is calling this the greatest comeback love story ever told. And of course, she's the star. According to her, she and Tim dated when she was 14 and he was 15. And that breakup was the biggest heartbreak of her life. Bam, a kiddie breakup at 14 caused her more heartbreak than the divorce that she was currently battling. Mind you, she caused that divorce because she slept with her husband's cousin. Like, I really need her to be for real. To portray the affair that destroyed two marriages as though it was a long-awaited reunion seemed less like fate to me and more like a carefully constructed rewrite of reality. It was an attempt to romanticize destruction, to turn betrayal into a brand. This ain't no love story. It's a Lifetime movie written by Tyler Perry, directed by him too. Somebody get him on the line.
Okay, so it's a story time of pretty much how we got together when we were young. Because we're still young, we're 26, but... Well, I'm 26, he's 27. Gosh, Lee.
Dad.
Granddad.
Don't do that.
Old man, don't mind my hair. Pretty much we was at church. I'm sorry, you want to get in it too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my bad. We was at church one day, and then it was after church. My mother probably went to like the little city store that was in the back of the church. Bookstore, whatever it was. Bookstore, city store. We always went to go get a CD or a book out of there. And by the way, this is what we drink it on. And we eating some, oh my gosh, hold on. So yeah, what I can remember was the bookstore, he walked up to me, right? How it all started. Pretty much like, hey, can I get your number? I'm like, no, but you can get my Kik. And y'all know Kik was popping. And I wasn't saying no to him. I didn't want him to have my number. It was mainly because I had an Android. And at that time,
I didn't even have no phone then.
Right. I didn't know. So I just wrote my Kik down on like a sheet of paper or something. And he just took it, right? So then I guess later that night, I don't know if it was later that night or...
I'll take it from here. So we proceed to have conversations.
Oh, gosh.
And she spit game. And she was like, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about me and you. I'm like, bet. With that, I was probably like, I think I was 15.
I was 14. I couldn't have by the way, y'all, I could not have a boyfriend until I was 15. Him and I breaking up was my biggest heartbreak. I don't date. Like, I can't say that I dated too many people because I didn't. I I've dated probably 2 boys in my life. 3 boys. Ew, my fingers look like sausages. 3 boys or whatever. So I didn't really date too many people, and my worst heartbreak was him and I's. That's because I genuinely loved him with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? So like when you actually love somebody, it's different than like, you know, how my arm bigger than yours? Like,
so opportunity I had, I took it. Whether that was through other people, lying about it, whatever. Like,
he used to. So I went to Southeast. He went to WOG, right? But he was a football player, right? Football player. So with him being a football player, I know that he had, you know, practices and stuff like that. I was purposely stay after school because I knew, like, we would be like, all right, we meet up at the spot. The spot was always J&J. J&J in front of, like, Family Dollar or something like that. So, like, we were always, every chance we got. So, like, if y'all see those old pictures of us circulating, the little hella collage or whatever, the majority of those pictures are that we took is there.
Facts.
And it's just so crazy because it's like, thinking of, like, us dating back then and us, like, in a relationship now is crazy. Like, me seeing my old self and you seeing your old self, I don't feel like you changed. I think I've changed, of course, got bigger. But
Please.
No, seriously. But other than that, I feel like my looks hasn't really changed too much. It's just so funny seeing that. But anyway, so he would always come to J&J to come and see.
On my part, not me directly, but to be completely honest, my dad ain't never cared too much for her. Why? I don't know. He ain't never been too fond of her. But everybody else, like, always loved Brenay. Like,
yeah.
Anywho, so, you know, that honestly, like, took a toll. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being young and, you know, influenced because you respect your parents. You respect how they feel. You know, it's hard. It would be very hard to, you know, having to try. I can't even say an option for real, like an ultimatum, whatever you want to call it. He just like cut it ASAP, and I tried my best to hold on as long as I could. Bro.
And I didn't even know that.
As long as I could.
Shame on you. All in all, I just feel like the only downfall of our relationship was that he had no choice, had to break up with me. We had to go our separate ways. My heart was broken. I went and ran into my mother's room crying. My mother thought somebody died. And my mother can vouch for this. She was like, Brenay. I'm like, Mom. I was so upset. I was so hurt. Because it was my first boyfriend, first everything. I'm like, bro, you broke up with me. I've always loved.
Nigga.
Poncho. My heart.
Daggone, bro.
Ruined the video. Even though we weren't in a relationship, he was still my best friend. Y'all just gonna have to see us outside of like social media to see how we are, but we'll see y'all in the next one.
And to make matters worse, yes, things get worse, child. Despite an active court case and public backlash, Tim and his second chin, filled with audacity as well, logged into TikTok like the Wi-Fi was free. This man had the nerve to refer to Akira as his baby mama, his ex-wife of 6 years. His baby mama. Mind you, this is his ex-wife of 6 years, the mother of his children, who survived your current scandal. Like, what is going on? Then, as if that wasn't enough clownery, he criticized Akira for introducing her new partner to their children while omitting a key detail. The court had issued a protective and restraining order prohibiting Tim from exposing those same children to Brenay Kennard. So that was his real gripe, that he could no longer make content with his kids alongside his cousin's wife.
Antagonize and harass. It don't matter who I bring. At the end of the day, it's about the children. So what's crazy is, let me put y'all on game, okay? So my BM brought her boyfriend, but y'all don't know that. But it's too early to do all this. It's too early to move on. It's too soon and all this respect this, respect that. But if I'm tripping out and saying, oh, I don't want you to do this because you brought your significant other, then I'm a bitter nigga. It don't make sense. But the behavior is okay is when a woman is involved. It doesn't make sense. Keep the same energy all across the board. But that's the stuff y'all don't understand. Y'all don't see. What's showed to y'all on the internet, it's controlled. All of this is about control, being in control of what I do, being in control of everything. What y'all are seeing is what's controlled by people. But y'all don't, like, that's the thing. And y'all out here ready to crash out for some people that have a reputation of lying. That don't, who aren't credible people. That's the thing, like, and it's just crazy because y'all ready to crash out. Y'all saying y'all gonna do this, y'all gonna do that. And it's just like, for what?
To many viewers, Tim's video wasn't just tone deaf. It was an act of deflection, an attempt to shift blame from himself onto the woman protecting her children. Akira. You see, Akira set healthy boundaries, and somehow Tim decided to make her the problem. Tim is clearly a man who's lost both logic and the plot. Now, speaking of the plot and losing it and losing logic as well, here's one of the many videos where Brenay is proudly talking about taking Tim from Akira. You know, she said, if I wanted him, I could have had him.
If I wanted Tim a long time ago, don't y'all think I would have had him before even she was something to him? Come on now, bro. Come on. Y'all not thinking logically. Y'all can think how y'all want to think and say what y'all want to say. I was plotting. If I plotted, I would have got it. If I was plotting to get him, I would have got him when I was plotting. Come on now. Y'all just gonna believe everything because y'all just don't like my character. Y'all don't like who I am because I keep it real with y'all. And I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. As y'all swear up and down, I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like, make it make sense. Don't y'all think a hurt person is gonna try to destroy someone else's character because she can't, or whoever it is can't take accountability for something that they have done? Y'all can say I'm wrong all you want to. Y'all don't know what happened in any marriages. Y'all don't know. Everything happened off cameras. Y'all know there's three sides to every story. So y'all can go ahead and believe what she say if that's what you want, or y'all can go ahead and believe what I say if that's what you want. But there's gonna be the truth. And that's just what it is. So y'all can, I've seen people in the comments talking about Brenay always gave me weird vibes. Please. I gave you weird vibes when I was with Devin. Y'all swear up and down that he didn't love me. Now that I'm divorcing him, how could you do that, Brenay? What? That doesn't even make sense. Y'all don't know what happened to him and I's marriage. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just want to take something and run with it. Y'all swore up and down that man didn't love me, but that man sitting on social media talking about he healing from a broken heart. So if a man who didn't love me, how is he really heartbroken? Thank you. Make it make sense. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm this just terrible person when y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing. I'm always mad. In this case, I'm not mad, but y'all not gonna sit. Well, y'all can, but I'm not gonna sit and let a lot of stuff slide when things is I'm being wrongly accused of something. I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm sorry. Akira and Devin should date. I promise you Devin wouldn't date that girl. I promise you he wouldn't. I pinky promise you he wouldn't date her. Why do I have a T necklace on? Because that's what I wanted to do. Don't y'all realize influencers do stuff? Did you see the T necklace after that video? Huh? I hope y'all really realize that influencers do things for what? Views sometimes. Correct? Correct. Y'all gonna tune in and gonna watch because y'all nosy. I'm nosy too. I'm nosy too. But y'all gonna watch, right? Okay. So me having that T necklace on, y'all don't see it on me now. Y'all ain't see it on me after that. Now, did you? Oh, okay. Unless the video was already pre-recorded. You need a job real bad. I have one. This is my job. Somebody was...
Girl, you did have him. You have him now. You're literally living the plot you claim you didn't write. And as if that video wasn't unhinged enough, there are countless more of Brenay going live on TikTok and Snapchat, running her mouth like she's hosting the Real Housewives of Restraining Orders. In these clips, she's actually claiming that Akira is just jealous of her, that Akira is uncomfortable around her, as if Brenay's mere existence has Akira questioning her entire being.
She's been jealous from the get-go. I don't know why y'all believe that, but hey, it is what it is. Jealous of what? Me. Like, I don't understand why y'all don't. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, when we go to court, we will see.
Meanwhile, you can hear Tim in the background co-signing everything like a hype man at a clown convention, adding more ingredients into her gumbo of lies, delusion, and low self-awareness. She calls Akira Tim's baby mama. Again, his wife of 6 years, not a random woman from the comment section. And she has the audacity to call herself a stepmom to the very children who she's legally banned from being around because of a court order.
I make her mad. I make her very uncomfortable. I make her very uncomfortable. And it's actually hilarious because you went through this before with another woman, but yet where's the charges being filed if they were... It's okay though. Marriage. How can you scream that someone ruined your marriage? But...
We got through this before.
Okay. Did y'all not separate before?
Yep.
Okay. How can you scream that I ruined a marriage that y'all was separated before?
That's already fucked up.
Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life since alone, in your life alone, for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream? How can you scream? Oh my gosh, Brenay ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I do that? How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay came into the picture to try to ruin it. I was in your life, but I'm saying before any of this that social media see is what I mean. Before social media see.
First time, bro.
Thank you. I don't get it. But I ruined your marriage, but it happened before. In the same situation that's happening now happened before. But Brenay's the homewrecker. Believe what y'all want, believe what y'all want, believe what y'all want, believe. Took opportunity for what? Do y'all realize I had an opportunity to be with Tim a long time ago? I've known this man since I was 15 years old. 15, I'm 25. Don't y'all think if I wanted him, I would have had him before she even laid eyes on him? He'd been in my life. I was 15, bro. Y'all want a little bit of the tea? I was 15.
No, really 14.
14 years old, but we dated officially 15. I've known him since I was 14 years old. Tell him on yourself. If I wanted Tim a long time ago, don't y'all think I would have had him before even she was something to him? Come on now, bro. Come on. Y'all not thinking logically. Y'all can think how y'all want to think and say what y'all want to say. I was plotting. If I plotted, I would have got it. If I was plotting to get him, I would have got him when I was plotting. Come on now. Y'all just gonna believe everything because y'all just don't like my character. Y'all don't like who I am because I keep it real with y'all. And I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. As y'all swear up and down, I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, make it make sense. Don't y'all think a hurt person is gonna try to destroy someone else's character because she can't, or whoever it is can't take accountability for something that they have done? First things first, PSA, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. I do not have any hatred in my heart for Tim's baby mom. I don't. I was auntie to those kids, a name that I didn't give myself, just to throw that out there. I was like, hey, I want to call myself auntie. No, name that was given to me. Okay, that's for two. That if I don't like the baby mom, I don't like the kids. I love those kids, even like I said, when my position was auntie. I love those kids. Now that my position is, and it is stepmom, I may not be fond and may not like the things that the baby mom is doing, not only to me, but also to the baby dad. I don't like that. I can say that I don't like it, but I'm not going to sit here on camera and to y'all, and I will say it to her and whoever else I need to, if when time is right, that I don't have any hatred towards you. Because at the end of the day, we all are going to have to co-parent those kids, and even my children, because their kids, the baby mom and the baby dad kids, are going to be siblings to my kids, not have a problem with the baby mom. Where is that? Like, why that don't apply to the baby dad? Or whoever they dealing with don't like the dad. Does that mean that they don't like the kids because the kids are coming? Kids? I'm not understanding. Really hate this girl. Everybody who's in the situation know that. They know I don't have hatred in my heart. angry, upset about certain things? Absolutely. But I don't hate her. But let's say that I did hate her. I don't, but let's say that I did. If I did hate her, why does that mean, or why does that equal me not loving the kids? That doesn't make any sense. Like, if I didn't like the kids, I wouldn't be marrying the dad. Because guess what? That means I'm going to have to be a part of the family. Even though my now position is the stepmom, the bonus mom, I still love them. The love has not died down. A lot of people will be grateful and thankful to have another parent, that the parents are not together and now they're remarrying and being with someone else. They will be grateful to have another parent to actually genuinely love. I mean, show actual love to kids, to those babies or whoever kids.
And as if the chaos wasn't chaotic enough, Brenay herself alludes to this not being the first time Tim has stepped out on Akira. But what she conveniently forgot to tell her followers is that Tim cheated on a very pregnant Akira back in 2019 with none other than Brenay's twin sister. Yes. Yes, child, you heard me. Brenay's twin sister. Yes, there's another one of these people walking around on God's green earth.
Hi guys.
We're gonna do YouTube?
Yes, welcome back to our channel.
Well, it's gonna be our first video.
Nah, it's not our first video if y'all followed us
Before.
Not the first, not the second, nor third.
This is gonna be our first video.
Coming back. Coming back.
No, it's gonna be.
Her name, Karen. And she acts, talks, and carries herself with the exact same low vibration as Brenay. It's as if delusion is a dominant gene in that family. And the internet has long speculated that Karen allegedly bore a child with Tim, with TikTok detectives pointing out that the child looks a little too familiar.
Bro, I said if Tim feels like he is the child of Adeus, he would have got a DNA test. Like, let's really be for real. I literally said on the live, I said Azalea and Adea are 16 months apart. Are you okay? You're right. Adea and Azalea are 16 months apart. Literally. I found out when I was pregnant when Azalea was 9.5 or 10 months old. Yes.
Come on now. He just proved the point. He literally just said, did they ask? I don't remember what they asked him on live. They asked him like, so do you think that in your man feelings or something, do you feel like Adea is yours? I think he said yes. But then I get on there, he's like, he's trying to be funny, talking about Tim. And then the timeline don't even match up. I have a 1-year-old. Before I even found out I was pregnant, she was 9.5 months, 10 months. Then I get pregnant because he was around. He was around, bro.
So not only did Akira lose her husband to her best friend, but possibly to her best friend's twin sister too. You cannot make this mess up. You know what? I don't even think Tyler Perry could write this storyline. Now, back to Brenay. As if elevating her drama to viral scandal status wasn't enough, Brenay decided to walk into a new arena of life. Courtroom jeopardy. In September 2025, Brenay was arrested, charged with cyber stalking her former best friend, Akira Montague. Do you know how hard it is to get charged and arrested for cyber stalking? She achieved this, okay? While she was busy posting couples content on her channel, her phone was quietly writing indictments. This wasn't a whoops, I text late moment. Court docs say that she was repeatedly sending harassing messages on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook to Akira, all in the name of content and clout. This just begs the question, when does social media content become criminal conduct? Well, Brenay effed around and found out. In many ways, the charge signaled a breaking point, the moment when the performance of life for the camera collided with the consequences of life beyond it. Now, let's talk pre-trial, because Brenay walked into that courtroom bold, yet barefoot in logic. After demanding that her original lawyer step down, yes, the same person who was already drowning trying to keep up with her missed deadlines, Brenay decided, you know what? I'll represent myself. It's handled. And when asked why she kept missing court orders and appearances, her explanation was simple and simply stupid.
I was told I didn't have to go. 2, communicated with the other party. 3, again, I was told I did not have to go. I'm my own lawyer. I was told I didn't have to go, and that's just what it was. So, yeah.
Stop. You had another shot.
Imagine being your own lawyer and arguing that you don't gotta show up. Girl, are you okay? Okay, now let's talk about what actually went down in the courtroom because, baby, this is when the tea turns into testimony. Here are some courtroom sketches provided by my favorite courtroom correspondent, Miss Cherish. Please make sure that you guys follow her if you are on TikTok. But I found these sketches to be very eye-opening. Through Akira's own words, the jury learned that the betrayal started way back in 2023. Now, at the time, Brenay was beefing with everybody. Her husband, Devin, her mother, her twin sister, her other sister that's not a twin, okay? And instead of working on herself and getting herself a therapist, her solution was to move in with her husband's cousin and his wife, her best friend. Now, you already see where the story's going. Once she moved in, she quickly overstayed her welcome like expired milk, walking around half-dressed, leaving food everywhere, and making Akira feel extremely uncomfortable in her own home. Akira begged Tim to kick her out, but he refused, and Brenay would double down, citing, "This is Tim's house too." Except the real gag, the house was in Akira's grandmother's name. So girl, it wasn't Tim's house. And you are out of order. Fast forward to January 2024, Akira is filing her taxes on a shared laptop that she shares with her husband when she finds something she'll never unsee. A series of videos of Brenay half naked, twerking on Tim, talking about all the things she missed about his girthy blessing downstairs and how she couldn't wait to be the next Mrs. Montague. Brenay would later testify that she was simply drunk when these videos were taken. Imagine Akira's disdain, sadness, the betrayal. This was supposed to be her best friend, her kid's auntie, the woman she confided in. And yet there she was in Akira's home, in her bed with her husband. The betrayal wasn't just physical. It was spiritual. It was psychological. And for Akira, it wasn't simply just the act of infidelity. It was the depth of the betrayal by someone who she had trusted as her sister and welcomed into her family and home. Some of these same videos, yes, the ones Akira found, were actually played for the jury to watch. Audible gasp could be heard in the courtroom. And while the jury gasped, while courtroom onlookers were shocked and just filled with disgust, picture this. Brenay can be seen smiling from ear to ear, watching herself in Akira's bed, professing her love for Tim like it's a Hallmark movie filmed in hell. Some of those clips even showed them in the act. Imagine being Akira, sitting there, forced to watch your husband and your supposed best friend in your sheets, in your home, while the woman responsible is grinning. She's grinning through the playback like it's a highlight reel. Akira testified that after finding those videos, she confronted her husband. And instead of remorse, she got a master class in gaslighting. Tim actually asked her, "Why were you going through my stuff?" This man was acting like he was hiding Christmas gifts instead of adultery. He was more upset about losing privacy than losing his marriage to his cousin's wife, might I add. Akira went on to testify about the emotional damage this caused her, how the stress sent her into a piercing spiral just to feel something, how she dropped out of school, and the most heartbreaking part, she miscarried. She had a miscarriage. She suffered a miscarriage. Oh, and here comes the part that makes the whole courtroom gasp. because Brenay, acting as her own lawyer, had the gall to cross-examine Akira, asking her this very question. A miscarriage must have been tough for you, huh? Whew!
No, because what do you mean she down there representing herself? What's going on?
Now, Akira did fire back, saying, you wouldn't know since you don't have any children. Woo, my Lord. As if that wasn't piercing enough, Akira followed up with, I take accountability for allowing an intruder into my home. Child, the silence that followed.
Security to the front. Oh, damn it. Oh, y'all scared? Scared? You just had a gun. You just had a gun. Now y'all scared? My big name. Timmy with him. Make it make sense.
Now, the biggest blow to Brenay's case would come from the man she was risking financial ruins for, Tim. The man she told TikTok was worth it all. The same man she destroyed 2 homes for became the same man to bury her case. On the stand, Tim Montague sought to portray his marriage to Akira Montague as a loveless union. He testified that he was never in love with Akira, describing her as just a roommate that he was forced to marry. He added that their engagement wasn't romantic and that he never proposed on one knee.
That's a genuine question. One thing I don't understand is how are y'all going to tell people how they feel about other people? Or how y'all going to tell me where I want to be at long term? I got on my knee for a reason. You can't say I did that in the last situation I was in, because I didn't. So I'm not going to be nowhere I don't want to be. And that's facts. Trust me, I'm not. I don't care what y'all think, because like, y'all, this is the thing, y'all swear I'm this, homeless, all this other shit that y'all be talking about. And it's just like, show me how. Like, show me how a blind man can see I don't want to be here. I love this woman to the moon and back. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Some of y'all people just be running y'all mouth and y'all just be saying stupid stuff. Like, just something just to try to make somebody feel away. And the shit don't work. Y'all ain't got it by now? It don't work. It don't work. Y'all can say whatever. Y'all can have weird ass people coming out of the woodwork.
In his words, the marriage was a matter of convenience and that he just needed somewhere to lay his head at night. His Duke football career went nowhere, so Akira became his housing plan. But Akira's lawyer fired back, responding with evidence that directly contradicted his testimony. Text messages, social media posts, and affectionate exchanges that showed Tim expressing love and devotion. Proof that Tim wasn't just lying. He was lying loudly.
So Tim just got exposed in court for still sleeping with his wife while dating Brenay. The entire courtroom went dead silent as prosecutors dropped the receipts, explicit texts, timestamps, and photos that proved Tim never stopped seeing Akira. He told the jury they'd been separated, but those messages showed something else entirely. One text had him telling Akira he wanted to fill her up like a Twinkie. Another came with a picture that had the whole courtroom cringing. Even after their supposed breakup video, they were still sending videos and checking in on each other like nothing changed. Brenay, who's representing herself, by the way, stood there questioning Tim, trying to hold it together. But when the messages were confirmed to be real, she looked shattered. Akira's messages showed a woman still fighting for her marriage, apologizing, begging to make it work, while Tim was whispering the same lies to Brenay. And when photos surfaced of Tim and Akira going out on multiple dates, right around the time he claimed he was done, it was over. The jury was shaking their heads. The same man who claimed to love both women just exposed himself as the reason they're both in that courtroom.
Courtroom ongoers were even able to capture footage of Tim getting emotional as he spoke about a car accident that Akira suffered through.
Like, quick question. Who does all this crying? Who does all this crying, getting red in the face, getting red in the nose, wiping tears over someone that they don't love? Like, who does this? Who does this in an alienation of affection court case? Who does that?
So much affection. So much affection in an alienation of affection case. And how do you sit up in court and say you never loved your wife when your own phone is out here screaming, "Good morning, beautiful. I miss you. I love you forever. I want to fill you up like a Twinkie. I want to fill you up like a Twinkie." What do that mean, Tim? I know you went to a D1 school, but your intellect is giving D3. God. Now let's talk about Miss Brenay taking the stand, because if she had a lawyer, she would have been advised to not take the stand, okay? She would have been told, girl, don't do it. This is why you absolutely need legal counsel, especially in a case like this, a case where so much evidence lives on TikTok. Okay? But because in the absence of an attorney, Brenay has so much arrogance, she took her dumb ass. She took her stupid behind on that stand and started testifying. She got up there and told jurors that she had no idea that she was making Akira uncomfortable in her own home. She said that she was only living with them temporarily while she was going through her own marital issues with Devin. I relied on Timothy to tell me if Akira had a problem, she said. And he never did. Mind you, Akira is your best friend. What do you mean you're relying on the man that you're cheating with? Like you're cheating with, on your best friend. You expect the man that is cheating on, see, I can't even get it out. You expected the man who was cheating on his wife with you, her best friend, you expected him to tell you how his wife truly felt about you being in his home?
Stop. You had another shot.
My God. But then, of course, Akira's attorney fired back with receipts, showing text messages from Akira straight up saying, Brenay has to leave by noon. Tim tried to spin it, saying that the text messages were taken out of context, claiming that those text messages were sent after he separated from Akira. So Akira told you to kick Brenay out of your home once you and Akira separated and y'all was no longer together, not even living together anymore. That's when she sent those text messages. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Stop. You had another shot.
So let me get this straight. So Akira sent Tim text messages demanding he kick Brenay out of their home when they finally separated. Mind you, they were no longer living together. So why would she send you that text message?
Stop. You had another shot.
I can't. The lack of brain cells is just astounding. Brenay even claimed Akira once joked about her and Tim being together, yelling, "Tim, I found your wife," during a tense argument. Then came the viral moment everyone was waiting for. The February 2024 video. Brenay is on camera smiling, saying she couldn't wait to become Mrs. Montague, and that words can express how much I love you, while sprinkling in a few very unholy details. Tim tried to say that she was speaking about their teenage romance from 2014. And again, Brenay claimed that she was drunk when those videos were taken. "I'm not proud of those videos," she said, while also admitting to another clip of her twerking on Tim in the bathroom. Mind you, this bathroom that she's twerking on Tim in, it's in Akira's home. Girl, just hand Akira your account information and let her just make her withdraw. Because ain't no way you win in this case. Please, just give her your account number and let her make her withdraw, okay? Now let's get into Devin's testimony, because baby, it was shocking to say the least.
Devin just took the stand and bust hell wide the F open. Devin states that he knew they were having sex that Tim and Brenay was having sex in Devin and Brenay's marital home because he heard them. He also states one day, right after Tim and Brenay was having sex, Brenay called Jacoby, which is Tim and Akira's son, into the room for Jacoby to pass her some wipes so she can clean herself up after her and Tim just had sex in Brenay and Devin's marital home. When I say the entire courtroom erupted, the entire courtroom erupted. I'm sick. This is different, you see? Like, this is different. What you see and hear us say online is so much different from what is happening in this courtroom, okay? Yeah.
And just like that, on November 10th, 2025, a Durham County jury delivered its verdict in a highly publicized case. Jurors found Brenay Kennard liable of alienation of affection and criminal conversation, awarding Akira Montague combined $1.7 million, $1.5 million for the alienation claim, and $250,000 for the criminal conversation.
Everybody else, please exit the courtroom. Please.
That's it, y'all. That bitch is a loser. She gotta pay out Akira $250,000 for criminal compensation, $250,000, and $1.5 million for alienation of affection. Yeah.
I believe my client represents a lot of women that have been hurt. And we are here in this great state of North Carolina where they allow you to sue the person that has been a third party in your marriage. She is happy that she received the justice that she deserved. And it also shows you the importance of social media and how Ms. Kennard weaponized to harm my client. She humiliated her and flaunted her husband, and now she has to pay for it. Last question, Ms. Cole.
An affair, a TikTok star, and a $1.75 million verdict that nearly ended with a fight outside the Durham County Courthouse. That was not the fight. That was the joy inside the courtroom. We're talking about the case of North Carolina TikToker Brenay Montague. She was sued by her now husband's ex-wife. Tonight, a jury found Montague liable for destroying the couple's marriage. WR's Eric Miller was in court and has the story.
That's the sound of a $1.75 million cheer, coming just moments after court was adjourned. Akira Montague embraced her attorney, Robinetta Jones, as dozens of supporters yelled from the sidelines.
She has received justice from losing her husband and the father of her children.
Akira Montague's lawsuit, filed in Durham County Court, accuses Brenay Montague, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her then-husband, Tim. That affair then turning to marriage when Brenay and Tim wed. In the suit, Akira Montague claimed Brenay used her online influence as a weapon. The affair also caused damage to her health and deprived her kids of a two-parent household.
And it was nothing but lies.
Brenay Montague, who represented herself in court, slammed the verdict, saying Akira Montague knew her marriage was over and allowed the affair.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
But the jury didn't agree, awarding Akira Montague the $1.75 million after more than 700 pieces of evidence were presented in court, including some of Brenay's own TikToks and texts.
That says that my client was telling the truth.
The case hinged on two rarely used laws, including alienation of affection.
It can be very hard to prove, and the reason is because it's hard to find a point in a relationship where the relationship necessarily started to go bad.
But in these videos and in the court testimony, the jury found that point, leaving Brenay Montague with a hefty bill and no answer on how she'll pay.
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
When your arrogance is just as long as your titties, if not longer.
Stop. You had another shot.
What wife would give her husband consent to not only cheat on her, but to do it with her best friend, who simultaneously happens to be the wife of her husband's cousin? Ho, is you cool? Now, this judgment ranks amongst the highest, largest of its kind ever awarded in North Carolina, underscoring the state's enduring recognition of marriage interference as a civil offense. The message was loud and clear. North Carolina does not play when it comes to wrecking homes. And honestly, looking at that $1.7 million bill she now owes Akira, I just have a question for Brenay. Was he worth this? Was he worth it?
Tim is worth every bit of all of this. And I don't know why y'all keep making this about Tim, but yes, he is worth it. Stop. You had another shot.
Whew, what a dummy. Anyway, Akira made it on to Good Morning America. This went from TikTok T to national television. And Akira sat down and talked about the aftermath of this case.
I was raised to respect the marriage. I was raised to respect God. So loyalty, marriage, the White House with the picket fence and the dog and the kid, that's me.
She explained that this hasn't just affected her, it's affected her children too. She said they get recognized a lot in public, sometimes even stopped by strangers, and that the whole ordeal has brought waves of public embarrassment onto her family.
It was horrible. Like, I can't, even right now, I don't like going out in public with my kids because I'll get stopped in the store. I can't have fun with my kids to this day because people harass me and them.
Y'all, please leave this lady and her kids alone. Please. Please, please, please. Her lawyer didn't hold back either, saying that this case is going to have a lot of side hoes inside reevaluating their life choices. In other words, F around and find out.
Attorney Robinetta Jones, who represented Montague, says the evidence of Kennard's actions, who has since married Montague's ex-husband, has consequences.
I want people to be able to think, okay, Miss Montague won $1.75 million. Is that man worth it? Is that woman worth it? They will think now.
After the verdict, People magazine received statements from Tim and Brenay. Brenay called the ruling outrageous, and she claimed that the lawsuit was all about money, and she accused Akira's legal team of lying. She said, and I quote, "The truth will always be the truth. It's easy to believe the lies, especially when playing the victim card. She may have won the battle, but not the war. God will have the final say."
Stop. You had another shot.
Now, Miss Girl, Brenay, I just have one question, sis. Did God have the final say when you were cheating on your husband with his cousin? Or was God on sabbatical that week? And then, of course, Tim's old wide back. Tim's stupid behind sent a statement to People Magazine too, child. In his statement to People Magazine, Tim accused Akira of playing the sympathy card. He goes on to write, "It's easy to make someone out to be the villain when you don't want to face the truth or take accountability. The marriage was not full of genuine love. All parties involved know that. God will get the glory." Did Brenay write this? What glory is going, like, what was God getting the glory when you were clapping your cousin's wife's cheeks in your wife's home? Was God getting the glory then when you were clapping your cousin's wife's cheeks in the home you share with your wife and your children? Was God getting the glory then? What God do y'all serve? I need to know, because I don't ever want to serve that God, okay? My God, today. Whew. Is that how you define giving God the glory, clapping your cousin's wife's cheeks? Now, many people are asking why Akira sued Brenay instead of Tim. Now, legally, a wife cannot sue her own husband for alienation of affection. Alien of affection laws are designed for a spouse to sue a third party, specifically someone outside of the marriage, for intentionally interfering with their marital relationship. That third party could be a mistress, a lover, a friend, or a coworker who simply encouraged the affair. Okay? Did y'all hear that? In rarer cases, even an in-law or a counselor who deliberately caused division, but the spouse who committed the cheating act can't be sued under the specific law. However, they can be divorced, penalized in civil court for property division or alimony reasons, but not sued for alienation of affection itself. Alienation of affection itself is so that you could sue a third party who interfered with your marriage. And for those of you guys who have a problem keeping up, let's run it back real quick. Devin, aka Brenay's ex-husband, aka Tim's cousin, also filed the same lawsuit against Tim. So trust me, Tim's day is coming. The karma train may be delayed, but baby, it's never canceled. So how do y'all think Brenay is going to pay back that money? You know what? Maybe Brenay can set up another GoFundMe to cover the $1.75 million bill, just like she did for that breast reduction surgery that she never planned on getting. Yes. Did y'all know that Brenay once scammed her TikTok followers out of $30,000 for a breast reduction surgery that she was never going to get? And when she was called out, did she apologize? No. Did she show any remorse? No. As a matter of fact, she hopped online arrogantly telling people, apply for refunds if you feel away.
If you want to donate, go right ahead. Everything is explained in this GoFundMe. Link in bio. I go to my first appointment for my, what is it called again, babe? Consultation December 1st. The initial plan was for me to go up there, get consultation, stuff like that. And yeah, and I think that was last year in December. Y'all keep asking every single day. If I said yesterday, there's no update, I promise you, this is what I pinky promise you. When there legitimately is an update, I promise TikTok, my supporters on here, the people who donate, y'all will be the first to know anything. So they called me before the appointment and they told me that the doctor's not going to be in. Woo. So pretty much we canceled our flight. The total amount that I raised for the GoFundMe, and it was for the expenses of the surgery and the travels and all of that. It was not for the surgery alone. So then I reached out to him, I think sometime this year. Yeah, I DM'd him sometime this year or whatever, and he never responded to me. Dr. Miami, I have not heard from him. So you can't be mad because you donated to something and I explained the video back then, a long time ago, why I didn't do it, and y'all still feel the need. You took people money. I explained to y'all what happened, so call me what you want, bro. I don't care. If you ain't donate, shut up. How about that? And if you did donate, go refund it. Simple.
Whew. That was a lot. You know, watching this whole saga unfold, from TikTok drama to courtroom trauma, one thing's clear. When you play in somebody else's marriage, the universe always spins the block. Brenay thought that she was starring in a love story, but the whole time this turned out to be a legal documentary. And Tim, he's the cousin who fumbled a family and still couldn't catch a football. Meanwhile, Akira walked away with her dignity and 1.75 million reasons to remind folks that karma doesn't miss payments. So the next time you feel tempted to interfere in somebody's covenant, remember, North Carolina and several other states keep receipts, not sympathy. I'm Jessie Woo, and this has been TikToks, where the tea is hot, the evidence is public, and the moral of the story is simple.
Close your legs to married men.
Excuse
you heard
me?
it. Close your legs to married men.
Wow,
you heard it.
Nene. Is he legally married? You are absolutely right.
Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.